everybody. It's your girl, Nikki Starr, back with you on this beautiful Monday, and you are here live with the promo queen. I've been out for a couple of weeks, vacation, technical difficulties with my phones, different things like that, but we're still here. We're still promoting. We're still doing different things out in the DFW. This past weekend has been busy. We've had Father's Day in the last 2 weeks. We've had different types of events, anniversaries, Juneteenth, all kind of things going on, and the Metroplex is still they're still celebrating. There's still a lot of things to do. So I'm going to give you a snippet of a couple of things that are coming up for the following weeks, if not for the following month. And again, if you have anything that you want to promote, send out, anything like that, parties, businesses, anniversaries, anything that you want to put out there, you want people to attend, pop-up shops, please let me know. Send me the information, and I will be glad to put that and post it for you. Okay, guys? I hope everyone is having a great day. It is hot out there. I believe it's like 103 today, if I'm not mistaken. So please stay cool. Drink plenty of water. Stay inside if you do not have to be outside. If you're outside, limit your time because it's just not healthy to be out in this heat the way it is. And I had read a post earlier. It said, one thing that I love about Texas heat is that no one is in the back seat waiting to kill you. No one is in your car waiting on you because if they are there, they've already passed out. So they've already passed out. So that's the good thing about Texas heat. The bad thing is that it's unsafe. So please stay hydrated. I know there's a lot of people out there that do not like water, but you bathe in it. It's part of your body. It's something that you need to help you maintain, your health. So please drink your water. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. If you're in right now, please go ahead and like, share, send me some hearts, and let everyone know that you're here and let everyone know that we're alive today. Okay. I just want to first say big ups to Be Humble, Stay Humble for staying so committed and consistent with the network. I really appreciate you guys. And just check out the website. Look for the different people that are on a daily basis throughout the week. It's a lot of work and a lot of content out there, guys, for you to pick up. Okay. So make sure you follow us on YouTube and all the other streaming services. All right, we're going to start off with Ladies of Sapphire. OUMC presents Wind Down Wednesday, and this is going to be at the OU Lounge, 2350 South Riverside Drive in Fort Worth, Texas. The doors open at 8 p.m. Okay, and so Wind Down Wednesday is basically a day of the week that you can go chill, maybe do some karaoke, have some good cocktail drinks at a good price. Just go have a good time, chill with your friends, bring your friends out outside of the house. It's at nighttime, so you don't have to worry about the heat. And if you're in Fort Worth and you're nearby, just go ahead and pull up and just chill with the OUMC ladies, okay, guys? I'm pretty sure they would love to have you. There's always a DJ there that's playing good music throughout the night. I'm talking about old school, 90s, 70s, hip hop, R&B, all kind of feels. So if you want to hear something particular, just let the DJ know. He'll switch it up for you, just to make everyone feel comfortable. Second to None Weekend Dallas. This is going to be in October, guys. October 5th through the 7th. Okay, the 5th through the 7th for Second to None. If you need bands, please reach out to them. I will post any flyers that I mentioned today. I will post them on the page after the podcast to let everyone know where they can go, who they can speak with to get bands for these different anniversary parties. Okay, and this is for Second to None MC. I do want to give a good shout out to No Rules, No Duels. They had a great outcome this past weekend at the Jamaica Gates. I love Jamaica Gates. I know a couple of weeks ago, y'all probably seen me posting about some oxtails. I wanted some oxtails, some rice, and some cabbage, and that's where I went to go purchase that, and it was amazing as always. And then normally on the weekend at midnight, they push all the tables back, give out shots, turn into a big old dance floor. So it's a really good vibe there. There's always a live band around. The food is good. The service is good. Everybody has a smile. Everybody has a drink in their hand. So that was a good place to have their meet and greet, and it was just a good time all weekend for them. So big ups to you. No rules, no duels. Also, the 16th anniversary is coming up for Full Deck. For Full Deck, this is going to be June 30th. That's this weekend. That's this weekend, June 30th through the July 1st. So that's Friday and Saturday. Go ahead and get your bands. Right now, it says pre-sale is 15. At the door will be 20. If they are still doing pre-sale, you might want to go ahead and grab that before this Friday, so you can show Full Deck support. They're always out. They're always hanging around, showing support to all the MCs, all the SCs. So just go out and have a good time with them this weekend. I do know also Breezy's birthday is this weekend coming up. She's one of the baddest DJs in the DFW. She's on everybody's flyer. So if you don't know who Breezy is, just look at a couple of flyers and you'll see the logo everywhere. So just big up to Breezy for turning 75. She's the oldest DJ in the Metroplex. Also, a birthday coming up is my president of Ladies of Sapphire. Spoil one. Her birthday will be on Friday. So she always shares her birthday with Breezy. So again, just show those ladies some love. Send some hearts. Send them some messages. Send them some money. I'm pretty sure they appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Rod Love is the second. Oh, Love, yes, VP Love is the second. So everybody's birthday is in line in these hot summer months. So we want to show them some love this weekend at Full Deck's anniversary. August 18th through the 19th, Street Kings 16th anniversary. Okay, guys. Let's see here. This is going to be meet and greet will be at the Lisa's Event Center in Grand Prairie. The pre-sale bands are 15 and the at the door will be 20. So right now, I know they're doing pre-sale bands. Go ahead and get that for Street Kings. Also, if you want to purchase a table, I know they're doing some specials on some tables. So go ahead and reach out to all the Street King members and the SC that's up under them. Kings of Queens. I got that right finally. I always mix it up. Kings of Queens. Um, get out to them for their bands for their anniversary. And these are just a few things that are coming up so far. I have plenty more flyers. If I just keep scrolling, I can talk about flyers all day. But I am going to mix it up a little bit. Again, I hope everybody is having a great day. I hope everyone has did something productive today, something that they're proud of. And if you made a mistake, you learn from it so you can fix it. That's what I do want to say. I'm gonna take a break from some of the flyers, and we're just going to talk a little bit about some things that are going on. I know a lot of people heard about the submarine issue. That is devastating because people died, of course. But it's just I don't want to see how you feel about this. People just spend so much money trying to explore, trying to figure things out that are not meant to be figured out. It's just not meant to be figured out. Like, okay, you want to go see the Titanic? Okay, cool. They have a movie about this. They have artifacts. They have a museum about this. There's plenty of artifacts that you can go see, study about the Titanic versus risking yourself and others to go below sea level where you have no idea what's going on down there. That's a whole nother thing. That's just like somebody coming to your wedding that's not on the invitation. Well, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. You don't belong here. You wasn't invited. Like, show some respect. And I do believe that we have different areas that we need to show respect and just show solitude to, that we don't always belong everywhere. Yes, we're human and we think money can buy us anything, and we think that money, it can just get us anywhere we want to go. Okay, that's cool for vacation, but some places we just do not belong. And especially when you don't have the proper tools to be there. So again, if you let me know how you feel about that situation. Again, we want to shout out to those families, we want to pray for them, but let's just be cautious about the things that we do and the things that we try to figure out. I know at church this past Sunday, my pastor talked about us trying to get to know things, and some things God protects us from. We don't always have to know every single thing that's going on, because I know I would probably go crazy. I have enough, not drama, but information in my mind to hold on to, things that I do know that's going on, things that I can't, fix, things that I can fix, things that I can't control. It's just enough day to day. The news will give you enough information for a lifetime. Like, so let's just kind of deal with the things that we do have and work on the things that we can control and prioritize our life, and not being so worried about everything else and everybody else. So that was a big message, because sometimes we miss out on our blessings about worried about everything else is going on. What is this person doing? What is this person not doing? Well, what are you doing? And how are you controlling your atmosphere around you? And what kind of energy are you bringing into your lifestyle? Okay. So we really want to keep that into mind. Also, I want to talk about communication is key. Communication is key, guys. And when I say that's very broad, right? And it can go with a lot of different things, a lot of different situations and scenarios. But just let me just pick one. Communication in the household. Okay? Communication in the household is key. Why? Because everybody's not always on the same page. My day may be jacked up, and I may let it affect me. I may not let it affect me. And if we're communicating throughout the day, you will know that something may have happened to me. So you would kind of have a consciousness on how to approach me is with certain situations, okay? But then also, if I know I'm having a bad day, I know how to voice that to the people that's in my household so they would know that, okay, today is not her day. I can do something nice for her, or I can just give her space, or whatever case may be, to keep people from blowing up on each other. And the main thing about that is knowing how to talk to one another, okay? And I'm going to ask you, what are some things that you struggle with talking about to your significant other, to your children, to your friends, anybody? Like, what are some different things that you struggle on speaking on that you just kind of bottle up? And then we all have that one thing or a few things that we bottle up, right, boss lady? What are some things that you think that you bottle up? I'm asking boss lady. She's here in the studio with me. I always talk to her and Breezy when they're here, so y'all know how it goes. What are some things that you hesitate on talking about, or some things that you're not comfortable just letting go to, like, to people? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. Right, right. So basically, she's saying that she had to learn how to think before she speaks. Because we do sometimes we do just fly off at the mouth, and we do say things that are on our mind, but we don't consider who we're saying it to or who's around, because it might offend somebody else that you weren't even talking to. And we have to catch ourselves as Aries women, as women, period, as women in positions. We feel that we can speak our minds, but we also have to understand that everybody is human, and we wouldn't want anyone just coming at us any type of way, right? So we have to treat people the way we want to be treated. And I mean, that's a really good thing, just being able to figure out, how to respond to things before you blow up. Like, if when I respond to this, is it going to mess up our peace? Right? Like, is it going to mess up my peace? Hey, Sabrina. Hey, Camille. We're talking about communication right now, guys. So what are some things that we bottle up, or some things that we hold inside, or some things that we try to avoid talking about? And Boss Lady just let us know that sometimes she has to watch what she says, to make sure that she's not offending anyone else, or make sure that it's coming across in a receivable manner. Sometimes when you speak at somebody, at them, they're not receiving that. So you're wasting your time, you're wasting your breath, you're wasting the moment, and you still haven't got your message across. So if we learn how to send out the message, and put it in a way where someone will receive it and respect what we're saying at the same time, then that itself that's some homework by itself. That is some homework by itself. Just being able to put information out there and have people respect what you're saying without taking it in a harsh manner. And a lot of people might feel that at home, at work, at church, in social groups, and any kind of settings where you're amongst other people with different opinions, because we're all opinionated in some type of way. um I've never met a quiet opinionated person, but at the same time they still have a way that they feel about certain things, and they still have a way that they express things. So you want to be able to know your crowd and who you're talking to. Another thing I wanted to say about communication, just being like with our children. I was talking to Boss Lady before the show, and I was like, I am sick of my 14-year-old, and I can say that to y'all honestly, and I feel bad about it. Like, I am, and it's like it's so hard to talk to them. It's so hard to get across to them, because you're stuck in this place where you do have the authority. Like, you have the authority. You can set the boundaries. You can set all these things, but it's about how they receive it and what do they do with it. Like, because at that age, they're like, okay, I have a voice, I have an opinion, I know these things, I've learned this. I don't feel like I have to do these things because I'm this age, or I don't feel like I have to be the only person doing this and this and this because I go to school. Like, it's just so many different things that are pressing against them that they feel like it's pressure, and we're looking at them like, huh? It's like, because we have to deal with you, we have to deal with work, we have to deal with people outside of work, we have to deal with bill collectors, we have to deal with religious folks, we have to deal with all these different things to make sure that you're safe, but not only safe, but giving you information that's going to keep you safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be able to give our children the tools that they need, so when they do go out on their own, they'll know something. They'll be able to say, you know what, mom told me that, or you know, me and dad talked about that. I may not have listened then, but I understand what they're saying now. And you don't want it to be too late into after the fact. Okay, so also communication can be used as a preventative, right? You could prevent a lot of things from happening if you open your mouth and sit down and have those hard conversations. You know, um, so that's just another thing with teenagers. Another thing, in home, bills. Sometimes people don't want to talk about bills. If I'm late on a bill or something like that, I might not want to talk about it. I just want to figure it out. I just want to figure it out. You're like, okay, look, this didn't come the way I needed it to come, but I'm just gonna try to figure it out. And it's like if you open your mouth to whoever you're close to at that time and you trust them with that information, maybe they have a way of helping you with that instead of you holding it in and you're angry and you don't know why, but you're really upset because you know you have this thing that's due and you don't have it right now, or you know your money didn't come when it was supposed to, so you have to rob Peter to pay Paul, as the older people say. But you have somebody here to help you, so but you have to open your mouth, you have to communicate, you have to let them know what is going on. So how do you guys do that? Like, how do you guys actually put out that information when you feel like you're like sometimes, especially women, I do believe, because I'm a woman, I can't speak for men. We always feel like we have to have everything together. We always feel like we have to have everything together, and we don't have to have everything together, because that would be the perfect life, right? Because if I had everything together, you know where I'll be right now? I would probably be doing my podcast on the beach in Jamaica. But you know, I have to save up for that. I have to work for that. I have to grind for that. You know, I have to pay bills to get to that, you know. So we want to make sure that we don't always put ourselves on this pedestal that we've never been on. Now, standards is different from thinking you have it all together. I can have standards. I can have standards like, okay, I like this way, or I want to be respected this way, or I like to dress this way, and things like that. But all those things we work for, and we work with people on those things to receive that type of respect or that type of information back and forth between one another, you know? So nothing is given to you. So if there's something that you need to work on, or there's something that you lacking, it's okay to communicate those things, not only to who you're close to, but communicate to yourself. Sometimes we avoid situations and we just kind of block it out. And we just keep moving and we just keep going and going and going, hoping that maybe it'll get better. But we have to communicate with ourselves. Okay, Nicole, you know, you should have did this way, and try that next time, because maybe it will help you have a better solution than this last time. Actually learning from ourselves and from our own mistakes versus pointing the finger, right? We don't want to do that. But we do want to communicate with people that's close to us, and we want to communicate with people, with ourselves, with our inner selves, because that's really important. If I don't know how to talk to me, if I don't know how to lay things out for myself and know, like, okay, Nicole, you know, this is what makes everything kind of plain for you. I can't i can't give somebody else the information on how to make things receivable for myself. Just like when in love, if you don't know how to self-love, you don't know how to give love. You have to be able to give that to yourself in order to give it to somebody else, or in order to receive it from somebody else. I can't say, you know, um I want you to love me. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. But I have done nothing but sabotage my own self. You know, I can't get mad at you for not knowing what to do if I don't do the daily things that it takes for me to understand what makes me work. Okay. And we'll get back to that, because you know I don't want to get too deep, but I do. So also, Street Kings and Queens of Kings presents Jerseys and Jays. This will be August 18th through the 19th. That's a Friday and a Saturday at Pinky's Bar and Grill and Lisa's Event Center. This is another event for them. So they'll pre-sale bands will be 15, 20 at the door. They have $100 tables with 5 bands, and they'll have a host hotel coming out soon. So if that's something that you're interested in, please get with Street Kings and Queens of Kings for Jerseys and Jays night. Okay, this will be Queens of Kings first anniversary. So that's very exciting, to be able to say, you know, we did this for a full year. We're still rocking, we're still going. So we're going to celebrate. So when people put these information out for their anniversaries and things like that, reach out to them and help them celebrate, because it yes, 365 days go by fast, but there's a lot of work to be done in those 365 days. A lot of work, a lot of up and downs, a lot of planning, a lot of disappointments, a lot of great days. So we want to make sure that they're just celebrating all that in one night. So let's just go out for that one night and have a good time with them. Also, Como Fest, our community, One Love, July 3rd, 4 to 10 p.m. It will be at Lake Como, 3401 Lake Como Drive in Fort Worth, Texas. Okay. So this is Como Fest. All right, guys. So this is a save the date. So that would be next week. If you're here, go out to Lake Como, have a good time. One thing about Lake Como, one thing about Como, period. When it's time for everybody to show up, everybody show up. I'm talking about bikes, all kind of different old school cars, new school cars, rims taller than myself, bigger than my hair, like what you call ATVs, Can-Ams, everything you can think of, horses. I mean, they're out there, they're having a good time, they're enjoying their culture in Como. Like, yes, we have our Black culture, but every kind of community has their own type of culture that they participate in, and sometimes it's hard to get people to come out in the community because they're kind of just stuck in their ways. But I can definitely say in Como, everybody comes out, they know how to party. So I won't be here, I'll be out of town, but if I was here, I would be there. Love on Me, Romance Concierge. That is my new service, guys. So basically, if you need anybody or if you need myself to plan an event for you, some type of romance event, private event, self love, birthdays, anniversaries, proposals, anything like that, if you don't know where to start, I am your go to person. I'm your concierge. So if you tell me what you want, I'll contact my people to get the thing done, and we'll keep it rocking. So I'm working with caterers, boss lady. I'm working with decorators. I'm working with DJs, photographers, limo drivers, anything you can think of, masseuse, all those different type of people, treat makers, uh, bakers, everything. So I have a plethora of people I can call to make your day fantastic. Just give me a call. That's easy enough, right, boss lady? Right? You don't have to go through, I mean, yes, Google is there and maps and all that stuff. You can look up information, but if I already have 5-star vendors on my team that are ready to work for you, just call me. I already have them on speed dial. Speed dial right there. Boom. Boss lady is number 3. She's a caterer. I hit number 3, it calls her. It's like, hey, I need this, I need this. Are you available that day? So that's how that goes. Constance just checked in. Constance is also a caterer, and she actually helped me on the anniversary setting this past week on Thursday. We did an anniversary. She did a private chef display for me. She actually cooked at the home while the couple were getting a massage outside by their pool. So once they came in from their massage, which masseuse I hired as well, once they came in, the food was ready, they were served, everything was good to go. So that was a great experience. That was my second client. I just released this business. That was my second client, and it was amazing. So if you do need anything, let me know. We'll get it done. All right, guys. So July 21st to the 22nd is One Unit's 19th anniversary, and the theme is Welcome to Death Row 90s Hip Hop Anniversary Party. Okay, so come out. Come dressed up, come ready to have fun. Come just bring out your your shades, your grills, your chains, your Kangos, anything you want to bring out from the 90s, just come and have a good time with us for One Unit for their 19th anniversary. That's a big accomplishment. Okay, guys. All right, so back into the conversation. If you just now tuning in, go ahead, send me some hearts, send me some love, likes, all that things. Share, share, share. But we were talking about communication. We were talking about how to be able to display that communication within the household, within the workplace, within our private lives, to be able to have a better understanding of not only ourselves, but people that are around us. So my first question was, what are some things you struggle on communicating? And if you're here, go ahead and comment. I'll read your comment and let everybody know what's going on. I know when I was talking, I was preaching a little bit, and I see a lot of yes, yes, yeses on the comment screen. So that means you guys are agreeing with me that communication can be tricky at times, and we do have to allow ourselves the space to be able to create a safe space for others and ourselves when communicating. So what are some things, guys, that are on here? What are some things that you struggle with communicating? What's up? How you doing, D Ski? Nice to see you on here. D-Ski also has a podcast. So if you're ever just on Facebook, look for Derek the Upgrade Bolden. He's always up there. I think I don't know if Backdraft is your co-host or if he's just on there all the time. But normally when I look at it, Backdraft's on there. But check him out as well on his podcast. D-Ski, if you're still on here, just go ahead and post your days and times that you come on, or when it's the best time to catch you on your podcast as well. He also has like one of the flyest motorcycles I've seen. Wednesdays 8 to 10. Wednesdays 8 to 10, and I believe that's Facebook Live. Is that correct? You can check him out and just watch his show and see what's going on in the Metroplex. Okay. Um, another thing I wanted to say about my queer romance, it's another branch off of the promo queen. Okay, so with this, guys, I'm able to promote other local businesses and help them get out there. So it's just not about me just calling me, but I'm able to call different people and say, hey, I have a customer for you. And that's, for me, that's a good feeling, to be able to call somebody and say, I have a customer for you. Are you available? They say they're available. They're able to make their money and make that connection if the service is good, because first impressions are everything, right? If that service is good, they're probably going to call you again and be like, hey, you remember when you did that catering for me, or I need that again, or I need it for a bigger crowd this time, I need it for my wedding, I need it for my anniversary party, or you remember when you did the massage. Okay, well, we want to have a girls night, we want to pamper each other. So I'm all about putting the information out there, plugging in all the information for you to know what's going on DFW, guys. So I'm not gonna shame you. I'm gonna let you know when I do call you. This is a professional atmosphere. We want to put our best foot forward. So if that's what you're about, then come to the money team, right? Come to the money team. Right. Disky said, thanks for the plug. I would like to have you on. I just signed up with the Black Chambers of Commerce. Okay, well, congratulations to you. And I would love to come on anytime. Just leave some room for me to talk, because I will talk. Right. But speaking of that, I did, how you do the Facebook games? You just click the little game and give you information. So one of the games I did was the red flag game, to see what my red flags were and if I was if I agree with that. And it was actually pretty accurate, if I must say. One of them was I talk a lot. But I do, but not like terrible or like, dang, shut up. But no, I do talk, which is okay because I'm social. Another was I was too generous. That's true. Also, I forgive, but I don't forget. That's true. And then another one, which got somebody on my page really riled up, was I can be bossy at times, and that's verbatim what it said. Bossy at times. It didn't say bossy in my relationship. It didn't say I didn't think I was the head of the household. It didn't say nothing like that. It just said bossy at times. And in my profession, I am the boss. So yes, I can be bossy at times, you know. You know what I'm saying? But he, the guy, I don't remember his name, but he just went on and on and on. A bossy lady cannot be a wife. She would never be a wife. She's not a Proverbs woman. She's too demanding. She's too controlling. She doesn't let the man lead. And he just kept going on and on and on. And I was just like, dude, it's just a game on Facebook, Like, as far as like my personal life in a relationship, of course I'm gonna let the man do his thing. I'm gonna let him lead. I'm gonna let him, you know, if he's leading properly, he's not taking me down no dark alley. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let him do those things. I have no problem with that at all. So yes, it was a red flag, but it was just a game on Facebook. That, yes, Shade Up said you bossy all the time. Okay, whatever. Dixie said if he can lead. Yes, if he can lead, and if he can't, then I'm probably not gonna be with him, right? Some women do like to leave the house, and some men are okay with that, but that's their thing. I prefer my man to be able to take charge and be like, hey, this is our plan, this is what I do, this is what I need you to do to help me get there. And as a woman, I'm supposed to nurture, I'm supposed to feed it, I'm supposed to multiply things and be able to take that information and do something with it, be resourceful. That's me. So in that sense, I do have a lead in that, because that's my duty. But as far as direction and knowing where we're going and having a plan for our lives, I will let my man do that, and I'm there behind them. If we all are human, you know, and we all have things where we fall short. So somewhere where he may be falling short, I may be able to help him push a little harder to get the things going. And for me, that's okay. For me, that's okay. I don't mind being behind my man and pushing him and being like, okay, babe, we got this. I think that we should do it like this maybe next time, and it might come out a little better, or maybe we can use this as another alternative just in case this doesn't work. I'm here to be resourceful. That's it. That's it. I am in my soft era. I'm not trying to wear the big pants, the big draws, nothing like that. I don't want it. I do not want it. And Sandra said, "Hey, I hear you, niece. Yes, ma'am. But yeah, so yeah, I will let him lead. But like I said, it was just a game, but you have to understand the reason why I picked that game. It's okay to know what your red flags are. That's part of communication. It's okay to know what your red flags are because that way you can kind of give somebody a heads up, like, hey, I have a shopping problem. I like to go to Ross. That's an honest question. That's for me. I do like to go to Ross. I do like to shop. And for some people, that may be an issue. Like, babe, you need to slow down, or hey, let's just take it to like 2 days after Monday Ross, or this is your limit, or we already have enough home decor stuff. Don't buy nothing else, like. But I'm open about that. Like, okay, if I stop doing this, and this, as long as I can go to Ross at least once a month, is that okay with you? But that's called what? That's called communication, open communication. His problem may be like tennis shoes. Babe, I have 200 pair of tennis shoes, and there's some people out there that has 200 plus pair of tennis shoes. Why? You're not going to even wear them all. And if you do wear them, you're going to wear them once, maybe twice. You don't want to get them dirty. You want to crease them. So basically, just look good on your wall, in your room, or in your closet. $200 per shoe. So you do the math, right? So, but obviously you have to be open about those things and let the person that's coming into your life be receptive of that, and let them know so they can let you know how they feel about the situation. And I know I have one person on here that has a shoe problem. I think it's Shay Dub, the one that said I'm bossy all the time. She's one of those shoe people. So, babe, Shay, when you into your relationships, let them know I have a shoe problem. Be transparent. And Sandra said, yes, communication. You have to be communication. She said, who got 200 shoes? You, ma'am. Shonda said, wow. Shonda, another shopaholic. We have a lot of shopaholics on here. I'm calling y'all out because I know y'all don't want to be honest. I'm going to be honest for you. Shonda loves accessories and dresses and shoes and belts and all this different stuff. So anytime she can find something that she likes, she's going to buy it. But I will say she will pass me some earrings and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. So keep doing what you're doing. But yeah, so guys, we have to be able to be honest about things that we have red flags in. Another red flag that may be popular is, what can I say, outside of shopping? It could be not telling the whole truth. Not telling the whole truth. Like, I'm telling you bits and pieces to make it sound good and not getting too much trouble with you, but it's still a whole nother chunk of that may really, get us into some dirt. And it's like, why can't we tell the whole truth? Like, why can't we be honest about what's going on? Because to me, that's blindsiding whoever you're speaking with. That's blindsiding. They're not able to defend themselves properly because they don't know the whole story. Like, they don't know everything that's going on with that. And if you find yourself in a position where you're not able to tell the truth, then maybe you shouldn't be doing that. Whatever it is, just maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe you should try something different that's a little safe, that you don't mind speaking about, that you don't mind being seen in public doing, or that you don't mind being addressed about, where you can actually talk freely about what's going on. Because if we're not free to speak about what we are passionate about, is it really a passion? Is it really a passion? If you can't speak about it freely, and you can't engage in a conversation without being offended or somebody else feeling attacked, is it a passion or is it a trend? Those are two different things. I have a passion for helping other people. I talk about helping other people because that's what I love to do. I don't hide it. I don't, play with it. I don't toy with it. I don't play with people's time. So if a trend is, I like the little high waisted wide leg pants. a lot of people don't like those pants. They're like, oh, they're like parachutes, you know. And I might get offended. Like, I love my pants, like, but it's a trend, it's a trend. It's not my passion. It's just cute for the moment, or whatever the case may be. So some things are for the moment, and some things are something that you really want to spend your life doing. And for me, I really want to spend my life being able to be resourceful to other people and helping them and putting them out there as long as they're willing to help themselves. And that's just me. So what about you guys? I can't see the comments right now. What about you guys? Like, how do you feel? What is your passion and what's your trend? Shonda said, I have a clothes problem. Yes, ma'am, we know that. And Sandra said, got to be 100 with each other. Yes, and Sandra, we have to be 100 with each other. We have to be able to say, that's my dog 100% of the time. Not that's my dog. I think when she's not around somebody else, like she treats me different when she's around this person. She treats me better when we're talking. When we're one on one. If you have a friendship or connection with somebody, it should be like that across the board. Like I've told a lot of my friends, I don't have to talk to you every day for you to know that I love you and I got your back. I don't. Some people have to do that. I don't have to talk to you every day. I can go months without talking to a lot of people because life is kind of busy and I don't want to be on the phone all day because I'm working, and that's okay. But if you pick up that phone, you call me, I answer, everything is going to be everything as is. Like, it's not going to be, oh, you haven't called me in 6 months, so I guess I'm not. No, no. If you have shown me that we're concrete no matter what, then we're concrete no matter what. Like, until I see different. And that's just how I feel. Shauna said, my passion is giving. and Shauna, that can be a blessing and a curse at the same time, because some people will know that, oh, Shauna's gonna give. She's gonna do this and she's gonna do that. And if I call her, she's gonna do this for me. But are they gonna do the same for you? And if they do, perfect. That's great. And if they don't, okay, is it because they can't or because they won't? And it's just like, when we do give, when we do have those passions, is that something that you're doing because that's what you want to do? Or is that because you want something in return at the end of the day? Like, I'm giving because, I know that if I call them, they'll give it back to me. No, because at the end of the day, that may not happen all the time. When you may need it, they might not have it. Or maybe they just don't want to give it to you. And you have to be okay with that, because your passion is giving, not everybody else's. My passion is giving, not everybody else's. So I can buy stuff for people all day and, get things made and give it to them, but I can't expect them to do the same thing for me. And I have to respect that. I have to respect that, because everybody is not Nicole. Everyone is not an Aries, you know. Right? Well, A7. Everybody is not an Aries, and everybody doesn't understand or have the capacity to understand of what it is to have a giving heart. It is hard. It's hard to be that person that's always there, because sometimes you kind of get swept under the rug, because they're like, oh, she's always there. She's always the one I can count on. But you as the person being always the person to count on, you have a limit on people that you can count on. And it's kind of tough, because it's like, okay, like they say on social media, check on your strong friends. Yeah. We're strong, but we are still going through things. We're still able to smile, even though our day might not went the way we wanted it to go, and we're still able to give, even though it may be our last, because that is our heart, that is our passion. Those are the things that we go through. So don't take advantage of your strong friends. Actually check on them, see if they're okay, see if they need something, see if they want to talk or vent. I like to vent to somebody that's willing to listen if this stays between us, which is another form of communication. Shonda said, I do it from my heart. And I can attest to that, Shonda. And, I appreciate you. I know you, everything that you do it for your heart. And I do love you for that. But I can say that another part of communication is when you're having a conversation with a friend, a loved one. That is your conversation. If nobody else is present and they're venting to you, it's not your job to go tell everybody, oh, did you know this and did you know that? No, that's not your job. If that person want everyone else to know what's going on, they will let them know. But if they found some kind of solitude with you to be able to communicate different things that they don't want to share with anyone else, protect that trust, guys, because it's hard to trust people in this world, period. So when we find some people that we can trust, If you're the person that I'm trusting, protect that, because I'm going to do the same for you. And that's another form of communicating, trusting who you're speaking with, and, keeping it mutual, keeping everything mutual, talking from the heart, whatever the case may be. And again, guys, we've been on here about 40 minutes, which is good. We've covered a lot of things, a lot of different things that are coming up, a lot of activities, a lot of anniversary parties. So please check them out. Again, I will post them. But just thank you so much for just communicating with me today, just being able to go back and forth with me, letting me know how you feel, where you're staying. Because especially when I'm sitting here by myself, it feels like I'm just talking. It feels like you're just talking, but when you have people that are, talking back to you and actually listening to what you're saying, because like 40 minutes of your time, you could be watching Martin, you could be cooking, you could be doing anything you want to do. You could be sleep, reading a book, but you chose to log on. You chose to be here today. You chose to listen to me, and not only listen, but you also chose to respond. So I am 100% appreciative of everyone out there every single week when we come on. And I'm pretty sure anybody with Be Humble, Stay Humble are appreciative when we log on and we engage into their conversations, because that's a passion for us, right? you know that's a passion for us, that we want to be able to just speak our minds, but also reach somebody at the same time. I to you, like one person on here, it may not be anything. I might not be talking about nothing, but to somebody, like, oh, I needed to hear that today. Like that, I was struggling with this particular subject. I needed to hear that. I needed to know that it's okay for me to be human. It's okay for me to mess up. It's okay for me not to have it all together, but it's also okay for me to try again. Somebody may need to hear that. I know I do. So I say it out loud, and then I say it out loud, right, Sabrina? I say it out loud, and I let people know, like, it's okay. Like everything is everything, right? But again, we have another show coming up, not this next Monday, because that's going to be a holiday week. I hope everyone has some great plans for the 4th. If you're on here, what are you doing for the 4th? Where are you going to be? I do know that downtown area at the Pavilion, they always put on like the best fireworks show. Now, last year I was disappointed because it was so hot. The fireworks kept catching the grass on fire, and they put it out, but then they end up canceling the fireworks show. Normally, it's about 45 minutes long. That time it only lasts for like 10 minutes because it kept causing grass fires. So, if you're listening, Panther Pavilion, please water the grass thoroughly so we can enjoy the show, because I look forward to that every single year. And we do all that walking, all that parking and everything, not to come out for 10 minutes of a show. We want to see the whole thing. Okay, so if you're going to be here in the Fort Worth area, Panther Pavilion will have a fireworks show. It's always amazing. They have vendors. If you are a vendor, this is the plug right here. If you are a vendor and you want to be one of the vendors for the fireworks show, it's a Panther Pavilion. Go onto their website and log on, because you're going to make some money. I'm talking about hundreds of people are out there ready just to just buy something. Food, hot dogs. You could just sell hot dogs and chili. They're gonna buy it. It doesn't matter. Go out there, be a vendor, be legit, go make your money. So I put it out there. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you. I told you. But again, guys, thank you so much for participating in today's podcast. I hope to see you again the following Monday, and just be safe out there and have a good time. And until next time, you are live with the Promo Queen. Love you. Bye.